Hi everyone, it's Travis from Animen, and I absolutely love Persona 5, and have been having a blast with Persona 5 Royal. So I'm pretty happy to do another video on the game. Zach did an incredible video on, and I highly recommend watching that video, but here's a short clip on why this video is being made.
Haru unfortunately isn't in the game that long, so she really isn't given much time to develop. She does develop though, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's a bad character, I do like her. However, in the small window of time she had, I think the best way to rate her is that she's just fine. Honestly, Travis would probably better explain this than me since Haru is his girl, and if he wants to make a video explaining why Haru is a great character, well then great. But I'll leave that up to him.
So I would be honored to talk about Haru Okumura and how she teaches us about patience. Now, before we jump into why Haru teaches us about patience, we have to talk about why I chose Haru. So Haru, like many of you know, and what Zach stated in the last video, comes very late in the game, and so she doesn't leave a big impact on the game. However, I found myself absolutely loving this character. When starting Persona 5, all I knew of the series was it was popular, and there was a dating aspect in the game. A little about me, I love dating mechanics in video games. First time I was introduced to these mechanics was in Dragon Age Origins, a fantasy RPG that made me bond with party members through my adventures in a chaotic world. When I was young, I liked that feeling of bonding with characters to achieve that high relationship status with that special party member, because I worked for it and it felt like the ultimate reward to me. So jumping back into Persona 5, I was excited for this RPG adventure with anime themes. When I was going through the game, I wanted to unlock and get to know every dateable character before finally setting on who I romanced with. Doing this is usually normal for me, since it's an RPG, I tend to roleplay myself. And usually I like to choose the person with the traits I love in a partner. Now, there's a lot of incredible dateable characters in Persona 5. So incredible, in fact, you can date them all. However, Haru was the winner of all these characters. And don't get me wrong, it was a hard choice between her and the shogi player. However, I felt Haru was the right choice. She is adorable, kind, always seeing the good in people, and basically has a beautiful personality. Then I had that feeling of accomplishment when romancing with her, and that's when I realized why. She teaches us about patience. And you're probably saying, how? Well, let's start with the obvious. She is in the late game of an RPG, so you can't just rush to get to her. It takes time and patience to get to meet her. And even then, when you finally arrive to Haru, you're introduced with the most patient human being in the whole game. Haru does stick to herself and hardly trusts anyone, because most people are only after her money. And it does take patience and time for her to actually trust the Phantom Thieves. And even patience for you as the player to show you can be trusted in her eye. And let's just look at what she does in the game outside of a palace. She gardens, the activity that literally takes time and patience to do. Haru is indeed one of the best characters in Persona 5, and all it takes is a little patience to see this. It is a little sad a lot of people didn't get to see this in the character, and it's obvious she comes in late in the game, and you're either in a romance already, or don't even bother with her. But I hope this little video has put into light how awesome of a character Haru is. I'm Travis from Animen, signing out, Persona style, Persona!